Broken Social Scene is it's a great big band, I guess you could say, based out of Toronto, and some would also say it's the band, it's the collective, it's the group that launched a whole bunch of other groups. A lot of notable alumnists, names familiar to regular Radio 2 Drive listeners like Feist, of course, Jason Collette, Stars, Metric, etc. For about a decade now, by my count, Broken Social Scene has been doing their thing. Along the way, members have come and gone, and there's a new album. It's called Forgiveness, rock record. I don't mind telling you that I can't even believe how much I love it. It excites me, and I'm extra excited right now because Broken Social Scene is with us in the studio today. Standing almost right in front of me is Andrew Whiteman, who's here for the second time. You were here as Apostle of Hustle some months ago. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, Richard.
I'm curious to know how a Broken Social Scene song or any of the songs on this record are written with so many people involved, and there's so many sounds and there's so many ideas. So how does the song even start for this band?
Every song probably has its own individual tale, but a lot of these songs started at Charlie's house. We went over to Charlie's for a couple weeks, just went in his little room in his backyard and jammed out about 30 different things. Nothing finished, really. We don't like to do that until we get into the studio. You know, sometimes people come with a set of chords. Kevy will come with some cowboy chords together and a few ideas, and we put it. And then other times it's a total random. Someone's jamming, and someone says, "Oh, keep doing that," and it builds from there. I mean, we're very much a computer band,
right?
We go in, we layer, and layer and layer, and then Johnny McIntyre taketh away.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a few weeks back, I was following the musical goings-on on the old internet, and I saw that this album had leaked. And I know that there was some efforts made to try to prevent that from happening, but then lo and behold, it happened. So in this day and age, with the way the music business seems to be working, and it seems to be really changing, what was the feeling, and how did you hear about it? What was your reaction when you heard, oh my God, it leaked?
Well, we were surprised, first of all, that it took that long to leak. Maybe the little strange watermarks that were on the CDs were some kind of deterrent. But yeah, it finally leaked. We were a little bit like, hey, all right, it's out there. Great,
So there's kind of like an excitement that goes along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I was excited because apparently we knew the guy that did it. So I got a little bit like, ooh, yeah.
You mentioned that they were watermarked, so you were able to point your finger at one specific person, the culprit?
Oh, yeah, we've got the culprit. I'm sure we have the exact minute and second of the culprit's. Well, maybe we don't call him a culprit. Everyone slips up. We all make mistakes. Who knows what situation he was in? It could have been a terrible day, and
So was he given a dressing down?
I didn't get to dress him down.
Okay, now real quick before we get into something here, and you can keep it short because this could be a can of worms. But this is the essay portion of the exam. Here, I'll give you just two things to work with: Broken Social Scene and ego.
Wow. Let's see. I'll start the essay by saying the object lesson is Justin did his first interview for Modern Drummer magazine, and Brendan also did an interview recently for Bass Player magazine. Justin was asked about specific songs. The guy wanted to get really into, that's an interesting beat. How did that go down? And Justin actually didn't lay the original drums down on any of those three songs. And then the same thing happened to Brendan. He was asked about certain bass parts that he didn't actually play. And that happens to me as well because I'm one of 5 guitar players in this band. So when that happens to you, you can experience like 5 different ego states at one time. First of all, your ego is gratified because someone is thinking of this part and immediately puts it onto your ego, the surface level of yourself. Where you're like, oh yeah, I like to be told that I'm good. Ooh, this is exciting. Then the next stage, of course, is like, oh, right, I didn't actually do that well, and then you could, depending on your mood, you could dip into a little, that's right, that part is really good, and I didn't do it. But your ego could take a little hit also if you chose to take it that way.
It's always fascinating to see what's happening with this band. And of course, when a new album comes along, there's always a lot of excitement. But we've talked a little bit here about taking the focus off the individuals and off the personalities and on the music. What do you say we do that right now?
We're ready to go. We're going to do a song with you. We're going to make it up on the spot.
You want to just make something up?
We're going to do that.
All right. We got Broken Social Scene performing live in the Radio 2 Drive studio. piled up, you look like a painting. Saintly and sexy, the soft-spoken wind blows. Uncertain curtains cover broken windows. In desperate need of safe haven and inflamed, I walk around Paris unshaven and ashamed. 20-odd years since last time I slow danced. Teenage crisis and the end of romance. I see myself in the form of a wolf, furry, down on all fours and worried. Uneven colors in a collection of lost tones. Connections I've lost in the collection to jawbones. Apples and oranges, you decide which. I'm writing graffiti on Suicide Bridge. I once knew a woman who was clever and tough, who said too much makeup was never enough. Her eyelids were heavy with words and desire. She lives underwater with the birds and the fire. And it just so happens I'm selling my psyche. If you like love, you'll love this most likely. Sorry, I'm too sleepy to make the sounds of my dreams always keep me awake. Don't want to scare the birds away, so I speak soft memories like the shows of Vanessa Beecroft. Your bedroom philosophies are so perplexing, but I think these two wooden legs are so sexy, sexy, sexy. Spectacular, you be Rossi De Palma and I'll be your Dracula. Vistas of agony decorate a lost room. Shoes by the door, on the floor is your costume. Open the trunk with the car key, the odd way. Love songs, call me the Marquis de Sade, Lord of the Files. You miss me, I wonder how. Midnight, meet me at the entrance for the underground. So many questions, but I'm afraid to ask, though I whisper them to Apollinaire by Picasso. I touch all the flowers and break the chain. I wish I could fly, but I'd rather take the train. And it just so happens I'm selling my psyche. If you like love, you'll love this most likely. Beautiful. A little something. Untitled. From now on, is it okay if I introduce myself by saying, I'm Rich Terfry, host of Radio 2 Drive and member of Broken Social Scene.
Of course.
Hey, everybody, thanks so much for coming in and spending some time with us today.
Thanks for having us.